Good morning, my fellow yoga travelers. Mighty glad to be alive today, and I hope that you are too, as we continue to live, laugh, love, learn, linger, live the life we love. All right, for my friends out there who are railing against toxic positivity, here are my disappointing affirmations for you. Things didn't work out for a reason, and the reason is you make terrible decisions. All right, so enjoy your disconfirming affirmation there. All right, for my journaling friends out there, for those who are elevating the conversation, or those who are like ponging it back to me, when you were a child, what activities could you lose yourself in for hours at a time when you were playing? How did you dawdle? How did you fantasize and not censor your imagination? Bring back some of those memories and see if they're still alive today in your adult life. Let me know how you did with that, and I'll share mine. All right, now, my teacher used to say that the diaphragm is the mediator between the conscious and the unconscious aspect of ourselves, the mediator between, you could say, the spiritual and the physical. And whenever there's catastrophe or tension, that muscle is gripped. And since that's the muscle that helps you draw in vital energy, when it's filled with tension, you can't breathe as much. And that tension and pressure makes your diaphragm hard, and it shortens it. And once you accept the fact that slouching acts like a dope to the body, right? As soon as you drop down like that, you can feel all the pressure that's on your stomach. So you got to lift up rib cage off of the pelvic and abdominal floor in order they can breathe freely. Now, my male mentor, Robert Moore, always reminds that in the ancient days, adequate containment, right? A safe space, a vessel, you could say, for alchemical purposes needs to be available for you to do the work, to prepare yourself for the next test, which you know you're going to face. And so that's why usually a knowledgeable elder has to preside over the process, right? Most people don't know how to cook themselves properly. They either leave because they can't take the heat, and so they come out like a preemie, or they stay too long and they get overcooked and burnt, and that doesn't work either. Now, both yoga and shamanism, for instance, have their own kind of vocabulary, their own language, which separates it from secular experience. And that's what's going to revitalize your secular experience. But in all cases, the neophyte, the young initiate, has to be taken away from the familiar. The familiar is not the field of significant action. That's why the idea in the old days was you take them into the jungle or the forest, which were always symbols for that which is beyond. And that's where they go through the initiatory death. You get filleted, and in some of the descriptions they talk about washing out your entrails and hanging them on a tree to dry. I don't think that literally they did that. I think it's a symbol of ritual purification based on the idea of dismemberment and resurrection. So how do you open yourself if you're not literally experiencing someone taking you out and giving you those initiatory things? Well, remember, transition states, that's where the breakthroughs happen. So pay attention to whatever erupts and breaks the status quo. And then you know that that's an initiation experience. Now, my affirmation masters are always reminding me, even in the midst of things that are tragic, unjust, unfair, we wish it weren't, but it is. You still have to find reasons to be happy about something. So in the moment, just look for reasons to feel good, and like it's contagious, infect other people with that. So your conscious mind is the watchdog at the gate. The subconscious mind is going to be responding to whatever it is that you tell it. You want to protect yourself from the false impressions, and remember that suggestion cannot impose upon your conscious mind anything that you are unwilling to accept. Anything that's against the will of the conscious mind, your subconscious mind can't accept. And so since the subconscious mind takes you at your word, only suggest those things that heal, bless, elevate, and inspire. Oh, so before I go, my bad joke for the day, these three different samurai swordsmen go before the shogun to see who will be the main one to carry out the dictates of the king. So the first shogun warrior takes out his sword, goes through the air like that, a fly falls down dead, cut in half. Very impressive. The second one whips out his sword, same thing, whoosh, goes through the air like that. Another fly falls out dead. Then the Jewish samurai comes out and goes whoosh, whoosh. And then the shogun says, "Why did you use two?" He says, "Circumcision is a skill." All right, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.